Oh, greetings, everyone. This is the newest upload. Oops. The newest creation. Let's see. Oh, yeah. To give you that's right. I was going to give you a commentary on this. But the idea actually was have everybody, all four of these beings in the elevator itself. And this guy right here, the bald guy, is supposed to be looking. His eyes are supposed to be looking towards the right, looking at the two aliens thing, and then saying that HR wasn't kidding about hiring aliens. And the aliens are actually supposed to be looking up, looking up in the elevator, looking at the, as they go up the different floors. But this worked out pretty good. This worked out great actually. So it gives it a little bit more depth to it. So yeah, it's pretty. I don't know what they're doing with their hands, but anyway, it's pretty funny though. For the long run, yeah. Yeah, these are pretty funny. How do I get out of this? Okay. Phone greens. So anyway, I'll give you some background on that. Greetings, everyone. Happy April Fool's Day. I was going to do one, but it's like I better not. Anyway. Oh yeah, I went to see King Kong. And yeah, lowered my vibration. I'm trying to raise it after seeing that. Yeah, it's a little bit too violent for my taste anymore. I can't watch this stuff, but it did have a lot of. It had, I don't know, just the beginning of it had a. It was good in the beginning, and then when they got to the island, it got kind of. It had some, Samuel L. Jackson was in it. That was pretty good. I don't know. It's kind of like your popcorn, kind of stupid movie. Get down to it. The classic one's still the best. This one's just ultra violent and just kind of stupid. But the idea of an island of that type of stuff is great. It had some kind of underground creatures that were kind of stupid. I mean, they're just in the original, of course, they had dinosaurs. That probably would have been better. But I don't know. Maybe people have something. And they might not like seeing dinosaurs getting beat up by these guys. So anyway, it had a decent story to it, I guess, but whatever. It wasn't really meant to be that way. But the idea for films to be talking about these type of an island in the Pacific, of a big ape walking around. I don't think that exists. The dinosaurs, I do feel that do exist here, and it's not alligators. I don't know where they are. I mean, I think they're in Africa. It could be in South Africa or somewhere. I feel like they're underground. They might be on a remote island somewhere, possibly. I don't know. I feel like they're here somewhere underground. They're obviously in another dimension. Maybe they have dinosaurs working on CERN. I don't know. CERN's in Switzerland, right? Yeah, well, they can have them there too. Why not? It's underground, so. Yeah, this is my T-Rex doctor over here. You never know. I don't know, but I don't know about that. But it does feel like there's dinosaurs here somewhere doing something. They came through a channeling a long time ago. It does feel like they're here, and it's not just crocodiles and stuff like that. It's some kind of recreation. I don't know how they're doing it. What it is, I do feel it. So those kind of things. Yeah, this is kind of like it's a horror. The Kong was a horror movie, I guess. I didn't really care about the characters that much. Didn't really care if anybody got eaten. It's like no big deal. It's just Samuel L. Jackson had a pretty good. Kong was pretty cool. How they actually felt for Kong. Everybody else kind of like just. So oh yeah, I was thinking I was gonna drive back here. It's like it might have been better if they had Arnold Schwarzenegger in there or something. Kind of added a little bit more, star power. That might have gave it a little bit more character. Even if it is cheesy, it's already cheesy. It's like I got that down. It's not, Yeah, even John Goodman, he was cool in the beginning, and he kind of faded out. So it's kind of like it became Samuel L. Jackson's thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was all right. It was a little bit much. Kind of. I'm still trying to recover from it because it was a little bit more than I expected. I guess I'm disconnecting from all that stuff. So anyway, I had more fun watching the movie about McDonald's than that one. But anyway, they didn't have a lot of stuff people get eaten in that. Well, I guess they do, but that's hamburger. But anyway, yeah, I do. I think I mentioned this yesterday. I do have some more stuff with the cow stuff. I'm gonna. What the idea for the cartoon stuff? I'm gonna make a book. See how long I can make this last, but I was gonna make like a coffee table book. It might be a little bit small at first, with what I got. Well, what I'm getting, and I'll have different versions of it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It won't be very big. Usually those print-on-demand things are like $20 or something like that. But I know I'm playing around with the idea behind it. I don't know, just something. I don't know. It's just a good wake-up book, maybe. The idea behind the cows was, as I said earlier, it's just how people are consuming them. So just turn the table around on all that, and I create a whole world. It's just I can go into details here. I won't give everything away. But this thing could be like a little animated short. I mean, it really could be. I can give some stuff away here because it's not. I won't give everything away, but yeah, it's kind of like where I'm going with. It's kind of like Planet of the Apes. It's kind of like, it's not obviously it's more civilized. And so I have some panels I want to work on. So it's going to be cows. I feel like Walt Disney. It all started with a mouse. Mine all started with a cow. So it's fun. It can be like a little animated. It could be. I'm thinking about it. I don't know how the capability of that, but you never know. People I might know. Who knows? Maybe down the line. But either way, got something. So yeah, it's a little it says I have a project. I have one coming out. It's kind of big. It's not huge, but it's not like a Picasso thing. But anyway, it's kind of like this thing's getting epic. It's fun, and I have so many different ways of going about this. And I'm doing the alien disclosure stuff, like the one I posted. The alien I'm just kind of going, just some of this stuff. I have one I'll release tomorrow. That's kind of already been done. But anyway, I'm not sure if this kind has been done, but it has a little bit of twist on what others have already done in the past. So let me just see what I'm talking about. What else was it? Let's see here. Something else I was going to mention. I forgot. Oh, well, I forgot what it was. Yeah, there's a couple of things running around the mind. What was it? Well, oh, yeah, that's right. Bill O'Reilly. There's a cat here if you're wondering. Not a big one. Well, it sounds big. He sounds big when he walks around. But anyway. Bill O'Reilly is in the news about sexual harassing women and stuff like that. And it's funny, I read about this earlier, but this morning I was thinking of a cartoon strip. I have one for the cows. It's kind of epic. Not super epic, but it's kind of big. And I got another one I'm going to do about the alien disclosure. So eventually I'm going to cool all this down, but for right now, it should be all right. As for the Bill O'Reilly, I saw this article already. It's just like it was no big deal. It was kind of funny. It's like I'm using his looks for one of the panels I'm going to do. It's already been submitted. It'll be a couple of days for 3 or 4 days. It's going to be black and white alien disclosure one. It's going to take a while. We'll see. It'll come out this week. And it's just funny how Bill O'Reilly's not over at least the internet news about his stuff going on. It's been on internet for a while. So that's not why I chose that. I just Bill O'Reilly's a big one, so it's like I just use him. It's about news. Using the media. It's a news media alien thing. That's all I'm going to go into. That's all I could say. I'm just using his likeness. Anyway, it's funny. So I got a couple. I have a couple other strips, comic strips on them. Some of them are pretty general. They're just kind of I'll get more into clever stuff over time. But some of these I want to. Well, some of them are pretty. Well, the one with the elevator one's pretty funny. So anyway, well, see, I might start launching these like maybe a couple a week. We'll see. Right now I'm on a rampage. A good one, of course. And I thought about putting it into a book eventually. A picture book. And I'll be changing it over time. We'll see. For now, the man stuff gets kind of pricey, so we'll see. We'll have one maybe like you can put like 20 pages on the cheapest one. It's woo. I don't know. I'm looking around. And it's 20 pages, so it's 10 pages basically. Or is it 20 pages? I think it's one. I don't know. Maybe I'll take a look at it. But if it's 20 pages, I got a while to go. So anyway, I got ways. I got a long ways to go. So I'm just thinking some other thing anyway. So anyway, and then each generation, each one I can fill up. Like one book will be small, and another one maybe I'll have a small one. Like here's a book for the new ones, and then here's another one with the new ones, and here's another one with everything. But you get kind of out of control with the pricing and stuff. But it's good for awakening humanity. It's a awaker tool, I guess. We'll see. Might put some of this stuff on T-shirts too. We'll see. Yeah, I could probably do that. We'll see. I'm just playing around. Yeah, this comic strip thing seems to be working out pretty good. I thought about doing like a graphic novel. That's like super expensive. And it's like, it's very expensive. I don't have it. I can't do that. But this seems to be more effective from what I'm feeling. It's funny. It's easy to download and maybe understand for some. So anyway, I mean it's goofy. So those are pretty easy. Those are easier to throw into a comment. Even these are kind of, anyway. Conversations start depending on what crowd you're in at least. So anyway, I'll work on more disclosure type of stuff, but it takes time. Especially the cow stuff. The cows, the whole thing's about the human conspiracy. We have cows. The cows are some of the cows. It's like, this is some of the cows would be like, I think humans did exist. Because in this world, humans, I can give this away, or I won't give it too much away. I give this away. Humans are like dogs. I mean, it's like animal. It's like Planet of the Apes. So humans are treated like animals. I mean, obviously with the hamburger place. So cows are no much better than we are. So they're in zoos and stuff like that. Humans are. They look like Tarzan, but they're on a leash. So, I mean, what good are humans? To wash your car and so stuff like that. So. Anyway, I mean, the cow type of thing, because anyway, when you look at it, it makes sense. So it was funny. So I was in Sarasota, and that's where I saw that movie. It's like I'm so like trying, and I took a walk downtown. And I looked up, I saw his chemtrails. So I got a video. I wasn't going to do a video of it. It's like, this is just freaking. I had 2 planes. I couldn't believe how many were in the sky. I took pictures, and then I made a real quick video. So I'll upload that after this. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it's not very long, obviously. I mean, how are you going to shoot a plane flying? I just couldn't believe it. It's just, and that's a kind of a ritzy area. Of course, where I live is now turning into a ritzy area to some degree. So anyway, yeah, Sarasota used to be the hot spot. Now, I guess where I'm living is not a hot spot. I'm trying to avoid this place like the plague. So, yeah, I don't connect to it that much. Try to stay away from it actually. So, as I was as I was filming the chemtrail, of course, I didn't send any energy to it. I didn't even think about that. I was just like, I thought about that when I got back here. It's like, I didn't even think about that. I was just like in amazement that was even happening. It's just two planes, and the way they were just flooding the sky with stuff. I mean, it wasn't like covering the sky, but still, it was like ridiculous. So, anyway, I was connecting to the trees, which I need to do more of. Yeah, this is Zetas are helping me doing these comics, of course. Obviously, they know about it more than I do. Every time I connect to the trees, I seem to connect to Agartha. Of course, I didn't stay there very long, but oh yeah. As I was trying to film one of the chemtrail situations, there was some trees in the way, so it's like, and as I was around them, I was connecting to them, and I felt the elves. Not necessarily the elves like walking around all that. I imagine they were, but of course, when you connect more with the trees and there's different ways of connecting to the trees. That's for sure. It's different how you want to go about it. It's I guess it is like, are you ready to connect to them? What I got real quick was, if you know somebody that's super connected to nature, which I knew somebody was connected to nature, and kind of crazy also. Like, I love nature, and humans are kind of like, yeah, blah. It's like good. I mean, can we all just get along? But not in her. Not for her. Yeah. And it's funny, she's trying to save the world, and she can't save herself. So, anyway, and that person that I was thinking about, yeah, she's connected to the elves, and they're very. I was going to use the word not narcissistic. No, I was going to use the word. What's that name of that movie? Nymphomaniac. Well, not with me, but no, but not with her. Just that's too much trauma. But anyway, that's way too much trauma. But anyway, the nymphs obviously I guess it all depends on different beings, but from what I'm feeling, like the elves, like an elf, like I picture the one in I believe it's in Lord of the Rings. I can post a picture of it. I have to close this down for a second, but I believe what I feel with elves, and I like Santa's elves. Fairies and elves look kind of like the same. They have the pointy ears, but they're a little. Obviously fairies have wings. Elves are. Here, let me post a picture so I'm talking about. Every time I think of an elf, I think of this. I think of Lord of the Rings. Okay. Okay. I'll be back. Maybe. Okay, yeah, this is who I see. I don't know if Liv Tyler was an elf. I don't know, the female's in, yeah. Okay, well, that her too. I see, I always see Orlando Bloom because I remember him having the pointy ears. I think his ears are kind of pointy. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I don't know what he is, but I think Liv Tyler is the same thing. Yeah, I'll look at her. So anyway, this is what I see what an elf looks like. When she has a pointer. Yeah, this is what I see. Something similar to this to some degree. Imagine. So I don't see Santa's little elves, or maybe elf is a different. Anyway, whatever. This is what I see as for an elf, and some of them are just they're on a rampage, or on their sexual, whatever you want to call it. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but they're connected to the earth, and sometimes I do see earth like adventures, and imagine when you connect to our Garthian vibration, and many people that know each other from the Garthian energy also can connect to Mother Nature a lot. Now, a lot of us here that have not have incarnations in Garth, at least this aspect, we've had more lives. I know I've had. As for what am I trying to get to? When you have a lot of human lifetimes, you disconnect from your nature self. For the most part, some do, not everybody. And it takes a while to reconnect. Of course, before I got into channeling, I noticed nature. I didn't really connect to it that much. It's not like I'm gonna go around mowing trees down or anything, but now, I'm connecting a lot more in nature. I remember I came back from a trip. I parked my car and I felt a tree talk to me. That was the neatest. It felt like, "Hello, how are you doing today?" That was the neatest thing. So that was cool. So so those that are more connected to nature, usually those are the elemental lifetimes. Most likely there are recent lifetimes. Of course, the girl I was talking about, well, in this lifetime, she's exploring her darker side. And that's just a part of the soul expansion. At least for her, and I imagine many that connect to the more negative vibrations, it's like, yeah, I've lived all these good lifetimes. It's now time to crack my shell open, and that's not so lovely. That's my feeling on that, and that's why people become the villain and whatever. It's just to expand themselves, to just see what they got. And I think that was a real new soul, more newer than I thought. So anyway, souls are always made constantly. They make them every second, I imagine. Oh yeah, that's not something they run out of. They're always being created. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. The elemental lifetime. I've connected to this before. It's just I feel like, you have nymphs. You look up a nymph. I guess I can go back online and look it up, but show you what I'm talking about. I'll see that. Okay, I'll be back again. All right, I'll leave them thing on. See if I know how to spell it. Yeah, see, nymphomaniac. That's all female. That's not. Imagine it's male and female. It can't be just one gender. Like the nymphs. Look at that. Yeah. I think like our sex industry and all that. That's all nymphs. I don't know they're full. I think it has a lot to do with just continuing the human race. So you'll be part of the human manufacturing. You incarnate as a nymph, and then you incarnate as a human, and away you go. It does seem like I was told a long time ago, about to incarnate in this world, is you go through a Gartha. You have to have some sort of connection here. So, what was the other one? Sherry, nymphs. I would just leave it. All right, let's get out of here. To have, I don't know the full story of this. But for what's my train of thought? for Agartha, I mean, to be incarnated on this planet, you have to have some sort of connection. Like before you become superhuman like us, or however you want to define the human race, it's like you reincarnate as through Agartha first. You know, you have a lifetime on Agartha before you. And it's like, I don't know, if you're going to Agartha, it's like, man, why would I want to incarnate as a human? Well, it's to expand your soul and to forget everything and make a fool of yourself and shop at Walmart or Kmart, whatever. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, I think there's more to it than that. So you can incarnate. Well, obviously, many that are angels here, they incarnate to. They incarnate as angels, and then you're incarnated through Agartha, and then you're a good old human. There's probably more to it than that. You could probably be a canine also, and go that direction. Yeah, I believe you can do that also. It's not just a nice insectoid. Yeah. Especially during flea season. So, that's my feeling. Oh, no, it does feel that way. There's more to it than that. That's the gist of it. Let's see here. Is there anything else other than that? I was going to see if anything else came from that. Okay, lesson today also is that your guides, that you're living your life through your guides, as you took on some of their characteristics also, for them to, which makes sense, for them to better know, well, better have control over. So you have a relatability there. So you're basically, your guides are pretty much the same as you are. I'm not sure if many really looked at it that way. In some ways, not entirely. But the guides that you're with have to have similar experiences in some shape or form. In some characteristics, doesn't always have to be through events. That's why you have so many different guides. It's like, okay, it's like if this guide hasn't been through this scenario, such as a shop at Walmart, they connect to others that have. Of course, if you've been on the other side for a very long time, obviously they got Walmart over there. Maybe a more cleaner version, my thought is, I would guess, but maybe not. We are in the hologram Earth, pretty much. And so, I mean, it's here. It's got to be over there. From what I felt, obviously the other side is vast. What I felt, actually, when I said that, go by how you feel on those. This is interesting. Like, such as structure, such as Walmart. What I saw it is in like a holographic room, or however you want to word it. And they're testing things out. And the spirits. I think they can get us there. Yeah, I guess got an indication of that. It's not just Walmart. I'm just using it as an example. It's everything. It's everything. And they scrutinize everything. My feeling is like the labels on the stuff, everything's created over there, obviously, and it reaches us. I know our aliens, but anyway, the other side is the main lab, obviously, and it all comes down to us. And third density, into them is very interesting to see us like destroy everything. Not entirely. Like these large skyscrapers. I mean, it's the other side. I mean, come on, they can do whatever they want. I mean, you can have one, whatever, but they're not gonna. I mean, they're obviously they care about safety quite a bit. But in some cases, some souls need to learn, such as when, like in China, when they build a skyscraper or a building and it collapses on them, just they need to learn from those lessons. and they know exactly what they're getting into. But what I'm seeing is like, obviously, every label, everything on a package, on anything is already on the other side. This is all obvious, but it's just, I haven't really seen like a visualization of it before. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, obviously, this is pretty obvious, but it's pretty. I'm channeling Walmart. That's something like that. Our bills, of course, how our money works, how the fabric of it and everything goes to the other side before it comes to us, and then they give us ideas on how to do things. Just like inventing, obviously. It's like I want to invent something, but of course you got to go through a whole bunch of prototypes to get there, and you're already aware of that, and you even agreed to it to go through this, the pain, crap that goes along with it. And I believe also this can be added to your chart, not necessarily there, but it can be added to it. You can add to it. Subtracting is another story. Depends on what it is. There's, of course, you've got options too. There's options if you want to join a gang, of course, like what I get. Like, for example, a gang. Okay, all of a sudden I got a lot of feelings that might not be a good idea. But you can go and do it whatever the hell you want. It's just, you might not feel like you can fit in. I wonder why. So, you know what I mean? So, for example, to test your abilities. And there are cases like, should I turn right or should I turn left? Well, apparently all options are open in that regard. So it's like you are there to choose, but also experience whatever this goes. So, obviously through child abduction, stuff like that, I'm going into that for a good reason, is because that option is open and they choose to accept it. But also it has a lot to do with us, is that we got to warn our way out of that situation. Humanity has to warn our way out of those, human trafficking, all of that, slavery. We got to warn our way out of it. It's like it was planted here, seeded, and then some of us chose, to be a part of that, and just, the people on the other side are probably freaking out. It's like, I can't freaking believe it. And, now here we are. It's like, I don't like them doing this, but that's their choice. It's like, okay. But also it does feel like, this is horrible, but it's also a great lesson, and it's terrible. It's not all, and they're not, obviously they're not. The darker lifetimes are the ones that it really does enhance the soul. Of course, connecting to negativity here is you have the choice to connect to negative or connect to positive. And that is easier said than done because we're very human. We're taught to be human, taught to be aggravated. And to remove all of that is easier said than done. That's a hard one to let go of, obviously. Worry about money and stuff like that. And to realize you can create it all and make life easier. Just as a part of you is like, no, I can't. And that's where it becomes difficult. But also, of course, there are lessons there also that some are here to be poor for a reason. Is why it has to go to the inner. You have there's a task you're here to solve. That is a reason for a lot of that. Anyway, it's complicated, as you can tell. Don't mind that. For like creature sneezing. As for Walmart, I'm getting, for example, like Sam Walton that created it wanted to make lives easier, cheaper, and just more affordable to live. He was living pretty much the good life, but taking a lot of risks, but also he felt like he was guided to do what he was here to do, to build for the future, and quite fully understand it. He didn't realize his family is as greedy as it is, super greedy. He wanted to take care of his family, of course, because his heart is pure gold. This whole thing with China would never agree with that. I don't think that was during his time. It wasn't really supposed to be during his time either, because that is for his family to learn. It's karma they took on. And there's a lot of cabal vibrations with them also. It does feel like they obviously they joined it somehow. Through money, through investments, through the stock market, stuff like that. And they just sort of just how can we make more money? And they're not very innovative from what I'm gathering. Again, copy, innovative, that's gone with law. It's hard to do that too, because the internet and all of that's happening now. Changes in the way. Where's Walmart going? I mean, it'll survive. It's gonna go through some ugly transitions. I don't know if anybody noticed in the news, they're talking more about robotics. That's gonna get bigger. It's gonna be a while, but anyway, you're gonna hear about it more and more. Robot taxi cabs. I do see robots driving taxis. I just saw that. Just to make people feel more comfortable instead of having nobody there. So they're going to get better at that. Smart roads also are going to be brought in also. They're going to get some sort of funding. It's going to happen. As for jobs, well, jobs are going to change. I don't think it's cycling. It sucks, but I mean, just like anything, there'll be jobs that be killed in one area and grow somewhere else. So it sucks. Anyway, that's the way it goes. As for the other side with Walmart, it's not exactly the cleanest place. As for products, food, it's clean enough, but it could be better. Our food in general needs to be changed and transformed, but right now it's as it is. It's there to actually lower our vibrations because it is chemically impacted even through organic, doesn't matter. I think that's pretty obvious. Yeah, at least with Walmart, watch a big change come. Some of the stores might be totally revamped, more automation. Robots will be eventually brought into aisles and stuff like that. Eventually. And workers, I think it's already kind of a skeleton crew already. It does seem like they're going to bring more technology into Walmart's where there'll be more robots running around eventually. Yeah, where people are there. Mm-hmm. I don't know how that's going to work. They're put items and stuff. I don't know how that's going to work. But it's going to have more robots running around. Ones on wheels, from what it seems. That's all for right now. All right, yeah, this one's kind of short, but I'm not sure where this is going to go anyway. Sometimes the best. So much love, blessings, and I'll see if I can put that chemtrail one up after this. If not, I'll be tomorrow. So, blessings. Take care, everyone, and have a great night. Blessings.